Welcome again, dear grade 11 students, and here we go with this part. In this part we are going to learn how to solve quadratic equations using a new method called completing square method. Okay? So thanks to Mr. Adnan Ashar, who mentioned all the steps in details as you see here. So a big thanks to him. And here we start with example 1. X squared plus 6x minus 7 equals to 0. Step 1. Change the coefficient of x squared to be 1. Here it is already 1. If the coefficient of x squared is 2 or 3 or whatever, so all what we have to change it into 1 is to divide all the equation by the coefficient we have. In step 2, transfer the constant, which is c here, which is minus 7, to the other side. So we have to transfer the constant that doesn't have x with it to the other side. Okay, as you see here, we will get x squared plus 6x equals 7. Step 3. Divide the coefficient of x by 2. What's the coefficient of x here? It is 6. So divide 6 by 2. We will get 3. Step 4. After getting 3, we have to square this number that we get. We square it, so 3 squared equals 9. What should we do with that number? Add 9 to both sides. So as you see here, we add 9 to this side and we add 9 to this side. So first of all, take the constant 7, which is minus 7, to the other side. Divide the coefficient of x by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now squaring 3, it is 9. This 9 is gonna be added here and here. So we have to add 9 to both sides of the equation because we don't have the right to add a number to one side of the equation without adding it to the other side, or even multiplying or even subtracting. Now we will get x squared plus 6x plus 9 in the left and 7 plus 9 to the right. Now x squared plus 6x plus 9 reminds us of an identity, which is x plus 3 all of it squared, and 7 plus 9 is 16, which is definitely 4 squared. Then I'm going to get x plus 3 squared equals 16, thus, or 4 squared. Thus x plus 3 is plus 4, or x plus 3 equals minus 4. Remember, if you have x squared equals a, that was taken in grade 10 in the powers chapter, and you are going to solve this, you have to put it x equals plus or minus, or for example, if it is a squared, you have to put it x equals plus or minus a. So as if you make a radical here and a radical here, but you have to put plus or minus. So that's why x plus 3 equals plus 4, or x plus 3 equals minus 4. X plus 3 equals plus 4, taking 3 to the other side, we will get 1, and 3 to the other side will give us minus 4 minus 3, which is minus 7. And thus the answers, or the roots for this equation, are 1 and or minus 7. Example 2. 2x squared minus 10x plus 8 equals 0. Here, the coefficient of x squared is not 1. So as we mentioned here, we have to change the coefficient into 1. So what should we do? We have to divide all of this equation by this coefficient, which is, so we divide all of this equation by 2. Thus we'll get x squared minus 5x plus 4. So 2 by 2 is 1, minus 10 by 2 is minus 5, and 8 by 2 is 4. Now we are going to deal with this equation. X squared minus 5x plus 4 equals to 0. Again, as we mentioned before, transfer the constant, which is plus 4, to the other side, then it will be minus 4. Then I will have x squared minus 5x equals minus 4. Now choose the coefficient of x and divided by 2, it is minus 5. Divided by 2, it is minus 5 over 2. Squaring it, it is 25 over 4. So again, take the constant to the other side, choose the coefficient of x and divide it by 2, and we will get minus 5 over 2. It never minds if you keep it as a fraction. It's not necessary to write it as a decimal, so keep it as a fraction. Now squaring it, the minus sign will disappear because I'm squaring it, then it is 25 over 4. Now what should I do with that number? Let's remember together. What should I do with 25 over 4 as we did with 9 here? We add it to both sides. Then x squared minus 5x plus 25 over 4, and the other side has minus 4, and we add 25 over 4. Surely we are going to make the same denominator to calculate the answer in the right side, but in the left, I definitely have an identity that says it is equal to x and minus in the middle, and 25 over 4 comes from 5 over 2. So definitely I'm going to have the perfect square identity here, which is x minus 5 over 2 squared. In the other side, putting minus 4 over 1 and making the same denominator as you see here, you will get minus 16 plus 25 over 4, which is 9 over 4, which is 3 over 2 squared. So as we did previously, x minus 5 over 2 squared equals 3 over 2 squared. Then we will take x minus 5 over 2 equals either minus 3 over 2 or plus 3 over 2. So we have to take the two cases, the negative answer or the positive answer. Now x minus 5 over 2 is equal to minus 3 over 2. Taking minus 5 over 2 and solving the equation, we will get x equals 2 over 2, because minus 3 plus 5 is 2, which is 1, and x minus 5 over 2 equals 3 over 2. Taking minus 5 over 2 to the other side, we will get 3 over 2 plus 5 over 2, which is 8 over 2, which is definitely 4. And thus, the roots, step 6 is to find the roots, and these are the roots of the equation. So these are the exercises that you are going to solve in your book, the Building Up Mathematics book, exercise 1, these parts in page 38.